Alright guys, so welcome to today's video or today's tutorial after several weeks, and right at the beginning, stay till the end because I have a little surprise for you. And yeah, so this is going to be a mini tutorial, and I want to introduce a new concept regarding the mini tutorials to you before we get into this topic, okay? So, what is my new concept about the mini tutorials? So, you guys know I have the series called Mini Tutorial Series, in which I just show you how to create very easy stuff, okay? So stuff which can be done within several minutes. And you guys can suggest me some stuff, and I will, yeah, screenshot the comment and put it inside of the video, okay? So that everyone sees from who the suggestion was and what kind of suggestion it is. And you can just, yeah, suggest something, so use the comment section to do so. And yeah, just make sure that the idea you are trying to share with us is very easy to make, okay? Okay, so with that being said, let's get into this video. And today's idea comes from EasyCode. And EasyCode wants us to create a block which makes you dance when you touch it, okay? Very easy. And we will now work at that. So, let's first of all create this block. So just insert this part, okay? And we can't even call it dance block or anything, so it is up to you. And yeah, now right click on this one so you guys cannot see the menu. Right click on it and then hit insert object and then hit script. Okay, so we need to insert a script inside of this dance block, otherwise we aren't able to, yeah, add some code to this dance block script. Okay, now we need to think about this idea. Okay, so we have a block which is supposed to make us dance. Okay, so the block is already done, so we have just added the block and everything's fine regarding this. But what about the dancing part? So what exactly is a dance supposed to be within Roblox? And of course, when we speak of dances or any other movement, we speak of animations. Therefore, you need to have an animation, okay? I'm gonna insert this dummy right here, and I'm going to make a very easy animation and just pretend that this animation is a dancing animation, okay? So make sure that the animation priority is set to action or whatever, so I do not want to interrupt your animation work. I'm just here to tell you how to script this thing. So I'm just gonna do a funny dancing animation. So nothing special, it is just going to represent the dancing, okay? So, yeah, so let's pretend that this is your dance move you're making. And let me just quickly export this thing. And let me copy this ID and let me put the ID down here, okay? So this animation right here is our dance animation, even though it is pretty bad. And yeah, so now you can just do the following. So script parent, okay? So script parent refers to script parent to this dance block. And now we need to refer to an event called touched. And this event, as the name already says, fires when the part has been touched, okay? So when a part has been touched, this code down below is running, and we need the parameter, okay? So if you guys are very confused about what I'm saying right now about parameters, events, etc., then check out my Lua scripting tutorials, because I'm explaining everything in those ones. And what this hit parameter basically does is that when something has touched, you have two parties, okay? So you have the part which has been touched, and you have the part which touches the part, okay? And in this case, hit represents the part which touches something, which hits something, okay? So we can now use this part to backtrack and to see if this part, if this hit part, is part of a person's character. And we can do that by if hit parent name, no, or if hit parent find first child humanoid. So this ensures that this thing which has hit us has a humanoid. And the other part would be that if hit parent name, no, wait, game players find first child hit parent name, then. Okay, so let me just explain you about this hit parent. So what is this hit parent supposed to be? Okay, so if we take a look inside of this explorer, inside of this workspace, inside of this dummy especially, then we could basically pretend that this right foot right here is a hit part, okay? So just as an example, so we pretend that this is our hit part, okay? And if this is our hit part, then hit means this part, dot parent would be the character. And we are now basically referring to the character model and then referring to a possible humanoid. So we are basically checking if this humanoid is inside of the dummy, okay? So we cannot refer to the humanoid if we haven't referred to the character model itself, okay? So that's the reason why we are doing this hit parent right here. And the same goes right here, because we are checking if there is a player which has the same name as the character model, which contains the part which has hit our dance block, okay? So we are right here basically checking if the thing which has hit us is a player, or which has hit the block, I'm sorry. Okay, so if you haven't short this, then we can define a variable which stands for the character, aka the character model, okay, hit parent, so I've just explained that. And now we can create an animation, so instance.new, and then the class name of the instance you want to create, and then the location, which is C, which is our character. And you can now add this animation ID to it. Robux set ID, so do not forget about this, and then just enter the ID. And now L for loader, and we can now refer to the humanoid and then to an instance called animator. So Roblox has just recently added this instance right here, which is responsible for loading the animation. So you load an animation by referring to the animator instance and then by applying this load animation function to it. And yeah, so we need to make the loader play at the end, and that's it, guys. So that's the way on how this thing should work. As you can see, it has started dancing. There's just one more thing I would like to get rid of. Now let me just quickly demonstrate to you what the problem I'm trying to pointing out is. So if we take a look at our character, then you guys can see that there is no animation inside of it yet. But if we step on a block, then we not only have one animation, but we have multiple animations. And we need to take care of this. So how can we pretend this from happening? And we can just easily check if there is an animation inside of the character model, okay? So if there is an animation with the same animation ID inside of the character model, then we do not want any other dancing animation to be applied into the player, okay? So that's a solution for our problem. So if C find first child animation and animation ID equals this ID. Wait. No, wait. This is somehow wrong. Let's just do it this way. So dance animation. Okay, yeah, so we are basically checking if there's an instance called dance animation inside of our character, and you guys might now say that the animation's name was animation before, so in the example before when I have stepped on this block. So let me just demonstrate to you this once again. And you guys are right when you say that, because as you can see, we only have animations called animation, and we are now checking for something called dance animation. So we need to, of course, change this name to dance animation as well to make it compatible with this check right here. So let me just quickly go through that once again. You step on the block and then fire an event. And this code right here checks if the thing which has stepped on the block is a player and has a humanoid. And why humanoid? Because the humanoid, as I've said, contains this animator instance. And we are now defining a variable which stores the character inside of here. And we are right here checking if the character already has stepped on the block, therefore contains a dance animation. Because if that's the case, then we of course want to stop everything right here. But if this is not the case, then we want to create the animation and we want to load it. Okay, so let me just check this out for a final time, and then I'll be sure that this works out fine. Okay, so as you can see, we have no animation inside of here yet, but if we step on it, then we only have one. And we are dancing, okay? Even though this dance move doesn't look good. Okay, guys, now I have a surprise for you, and check this out. So many of you wanted a comeback of the anime tower defense series, and I have decided to do so. So we will have a new anime tower defense series, or let's say anime tower defense series part 2, season 2, as I've already done with the One Piece series as well. And in this series, we will mainly focus on the enemies, the minions, and the wave system, because we have done many things regarding the tower, the summoner, the maps, whatsoever. But I do not want to exclude that we continue our work on the towers, okay? I do not want to exclude that, but I want to point out that the main focus is on the minions and the wave system, okay? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. Like this video, leave me feedback in the comment section, and this video is going to come out in a few days, okay? So stay tuned, support till then, and yeah, thanks.